Hey everybody, it's Jake from Wild Academy and welcome to day 11 of the Gimp tutorial series. I want to thank Mike Wieger for doing the first 10 episodes, and we're going to continue on from here. So what we're going to go over today is the layout of your windows in Gimp. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to go up to Windows and we're going to select single window mode. Now you may already have some toolboxes open on your right and left, but we're just going to click single window mode for now. And then we're going to go up to Edit, and we're going to go Preferences. And from there, we're going to go down to Window Management, and we're going to have this Save Window Positions on Exit. Then we're going to go up to Tool Options, and then we want to make sure that under General, we have Save Tool Options on Exit. We want that to be checked. And then we're going to hit OK. So from here, Gimp's a little weird, but we have to actually close this window now. And then we have to reopen Gimp. So we'll open it right back up. Okay, now from here, we want to set up our layout for our windows. So you may already have some toolboxes on the side that are attached, but we're going to set this up so that it is the default toolboxes on both sides. So we're going to go to Window, and we're going to go to New Toolbox, and that'll open up this new toolbox on the side. And we're going to have this, it's going to be really long right here, so what we're going to do is we're just going to find the edge of it right here if you can't see it, and we're going to drag that so that it stretches out a little bit. That's way too far. We're going to bring that into about right there. And then we're going to go right back up to Window. We can maximize that. We're going to go back up and we're going to go to Dockable Dialogues, and then we're going to do Tool Options. And you'll see that Tool Options was brought over here to the right side. Again, you may already have some stuff open, but if anything's open that you don't need, just go ahead and exit out of them by clicking right here, and then you can just remove it from you can close the tab, or you can, if there's multiple tabs, you'll just close all 4 of them. You'll see what I mean in a minute. So let's go back up to Dockable Dialogues, and we're going to go back to Tool Options. And then we're going to grab this tab right here, and we're going to drag this by holding down the button on your mouse, and we're going to push it right here. So it should light up right here, and then we're going to drop it. Now you'll see that this is all one floating window, and that was the first thing that we did is we went up to here and we made it into single window mode. And I do it in single window mode because I think that it's a lot easier to manage, because if you have a lot of other windows open, you'll be able to switch between windows, but then you'll still have these floating toolboxes. And so I just think it's a lot cleaner to have it as a single window. So let's maximize that again. And then we're going to go back up to Dockable Dialogues again, and we're going to do Layers. And we're going to take the Layers tab. Notice how it came up and it came apart as the Tool Options. We actually don't want that here. We want to grab that and want to bring that over here. Drop it just right there. You'll see that it lights up when you grab it right here. Just hold down the mouse button and you'll drag it right there. Okay, we don't want to put that one there though. Keep the Tool Options over there. Okay, then we're going to come up to Windows again, and we're going to go back to more Dockable Dialogues, and we're going to do Channels. And you'll see over here that Channels was added as a tab to this window. And then we're going to come right back up, and we're going to go back to Dockable Dialogues again. We're going to do Paths as well. You'll see that Paths was added here. Now, if you can't read the text, you can just grab this right here. You can drag that a little bit, and then you'll get the actual name of what these are. Now, you won't need that later on, but for now, just go ahead and pull that out. Then we're going to go back up to Windows one more time for this set, and we're going to go Dockable Dialogues, and we're going to go to Undo History, and that'll be basically a history of everything that you've done, and you can undo it from there. Then what we're going to do is we're going to do the bottom right section. So you'll see that there's 3 sections here. There's the Tool Options. We're going to actually shrink this a little bit here. There we go. So there's your toolbox here, your Tool Options on the bottom left, and then we have the upper right here is your Layers, your Channels, and your Paths and Undo. And then down here on the right, we're going to do our brushes. We're going to have our brushes, we're going to have our patterns and our gradients here. So we're going to go back up to Windows, we're going to do Dockable Dialogues, and then we're going to do brushes right here. Now you'll see that it was added to this window. We actually want to pull that out and drag it down here and you'll see that there's a little bit of blue right down here at the bottom if you pull all the way down, and then it'll pop up right there. Now we have 2 more to add here, so we're going to go back up to Windows, and we're going to go Dockable Dialogues, not Toolbox. We're going to go Dockable Dialogues, and we're going to go to Patterns. Go ahead and click that there. You'll see Patterns was brought up here again. Just make sure to bring that down right there. Now you want to drop it right here to add it as a tab. Just drop it right there and it'll put it there. Now if you end up putting it in front of it, like right on top of it, and it comes here, again you can just click that and drag it and drop it right behind it. Come back up here, one more, Dockable Dialogues, and then we're going to do our gradients. Click that there, gradients came right up here. We're going to drag it and we're going to put it right here, right there. So this is the default setting, the default layout for Gimp. Now we can go back up here to edit. We can go into preferences, and if you want for right now, because a lot of times you'll have pictures and, well, it's not going to let me move around, but you can come down here to window management right now. You can actually save window position now, and you can actually uncheck this. It'll say save window position on exit. You can unclick that and just do save window position now and then hit OK. And if we move this around like that, for instance, and then we exit and then we open it back up, let's go ahead and open it back up right there. You'll see that it brought up the window as we had it. But if we were to add, say, a floating window, so let's do, or not a floating window, but another window, let's do a Dockable Dialogues, and let's do a pointer. So we have a pointer right here, right? And if we do File, Exit, because we're working on a project where we use different toolboxes. So if we exit this now, and then we come back in here, Gimp's no longer at the bottom. It's kind of throwing me off. So that'll open up, and you'll see that it's not there now. But let's say that you're kind of evolving on a project. You're working on a project for multiple days, so you don't want to have to reopen the tools that you're specifically using for that project. So we'd go up to File, or we'd go up to Edit, sorry, and we'd go up to Preferences. And what we would do is down here on Window Management, we would do Save Window Positions on Exit, and then we hit OK. After doing that, we can go to Window and we can do Dockable Dialogues, and say we had the fonts dialog open here because we were doing a lot of text, but we close Gimp and we want it to just be there when we go there the next day. If we exit out of this right now, there we go, exit out of that right now, then we open up Gimp. Gimp's on the right again. You'll see that it saved that position because it saved it when we exited it. So that is one thing you can do. But if you're always changing toolboxes around and you don't want that to be the default, the stuff that you've opened, like for instance, if you were to remove one of these boxes because you don't want it in your way for a certain project, if you exit and you have that checked, then it won't have that box there. But if you uncheck that and you save this current state, it'll give you that state when you come back. Hope that makes sense. So one of the things I like about having it as one window is that it's going to give you the images that you have open in Gimp right here as a slider instead of just a floating box for if you have this as separate windows. The default is to have separate windows, and that's why I'm showing you this tutorial to begin with, to try and make this all one movable window. So let's go ahead and open up a image right here. And what we're going to do is we're just going to drag this image from the desktop and we're going to drop it right here in the toolbox. You'll see that it opened up that image. Now let's open another image within Gimp. We're going to slide this over a bit so we can get this one right here. And we want to open up a new image and not have it be part of the same file. What we're going to do is we're going to drop it in the toolbox right here. And you'll see right here at the top that it's giving you the options for these two separate images. And you can actually come back down here and we can drop another one, drop it in the toolbox area, and it'll open up a third image. You'll see here at the top that these are 3 different images as we click through them. It's a much easier, much slicker way to do it. This if we were to take this image, if we were to take birds and we were to drop birds right on top of this landscape design I did, then you'll see that birds was added to the top of it as a new layer. So if we come up here to the top and we click on layer right here, again, we can pull this out a little bit so we can read what those say. There we go. So layers, you'll see that this is all one image right here, and you'll see that the second layer is down here. So if we were to save this file or export it, this bird image would be on top of this landscape design. Coming back over here, if we want to just close an image, we go ahead and hit the X's right here, and that'll get rid of the images. So that's great. I hope that helped a lot, and if you have any questions, please put them in the comments and I will make sure to answer them. If you enjoyed the tutorial, please like the video, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to Wild Academy. My name is Jacob Williams, and I will see you in day 12 of the Gimp series. All right, have a good one. Bye.